guys, I hope today has been amazing for everyone. My name is Robert, and I'm a sophomore at UCLA studying mechanical engineering and global health, and I'm going to be co-hosting this next section of our night with Alyssa. But before we jump in, here are a few pictures to give you a sense of who I am. At the top, that's me with my friends. Here's me with A2F at the beach, and here's a picture of me getting ice cream because I love exploring different ice cream shops, boba shops, and cafes.
And I'm Alyssa, and I'm also a sophomore at UCLA pursuing a double major in political science and sociology. I'm originally from the Bay Area, but right now I'm quarantined in Incline Village, Nevada with my family. And here's a picture of me with my two sisters, who are twins and current sophomores in high school. This is me with my two roommates from our church-wide retreat this past winter. They're both some of my closest friends in college. And just as a fun fact about me, I'm a student lobbyist with March for Our Lives California and the UC Student Association. I've loved my experience at UCLA so far, and can't wait for all of you to embark on this new journey. We're going to be giving a short talk on the theme for tonight, moving forward.
Before we get started, we'd like to share a little bit about our own stories and how we came to seek answers to some of the questions posed in the spoken word video we just saw.
When Robert and I came to college, both of us expected to join some clubs and get a degree, not join a Christian fellowship. Having been raised in a non-religious household, neither of us had thought to really consider the answer to these questions before meeting A2F through some Christian friends.
Prior to college, most of my concerns centered around GPA, parties, and I found myself scrolling through Facebook and Instagram to keep up with the next big K-pop hairstyle or fashion trends. However, in college, both Alyssa and I began facing life circumstances that had us consider life, death, and purpose seriously. And in our world today with the COVID pandemic, these issues seem especially relevant, so we just wanted to share some of our perspectives and thoughts.
The outbreak of COVID has affected and changed the entire world, impacting everything. Families have lost their jobs, close friends or relatives may have caught the virus, and everything from weddings to funerals have been missed. Children, teenagers, young adults, the elderly, anyone could get sick, and their lives could be cut short. It's a sharp contrast to how invincible we used to feel, and how far away death used to seem since we're all so young.
But for all the hardship that this period has brought on, one positive aspect that our shared experiences these past few months has given us is perspective. Perspective is important because it helps us value and prioritize the right things, which is often difficult to do when we're caught up with all that needs doing. But now that COVID has disrupted the normal rhythm of our daily routines, we have a chance to zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture. This pandemic is giving us perspective that the biggest questions in life aren't actually about choosing a college, major, or club on campus, but instead are about life itself. Questions like, what is life? How did I get here? And what happens when we die? Basic questions that, depending on the answer, matter a lot for how we should be living.
But the problem is that we all have a finite amount of time to do everything we want to do in life. And in college, this is especially true, since it's only 4 short years, and there are a billion things competing for our attention and trying to keep us from thinking. Granted, answering questions about life and death, ultimate purpose, doesn't feel that urgent compared to the midterm next week, but that's the problem. Often, the most important things in life never feel all that urgent. Former President Dwight Eisenhower put it this way: what is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important, which hints that if we keep living our lives prioritizing what's urgent, we may never get to the things in life that really matter. We have a finite amount of time to ask ourselves what our purpose is in life, or what might happen after death.
I was personally confronted with these issues half a year ago when I suddenly decided to withdraw from fall quarter at UCLA to be with my mom. At that time, she had been struggling with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer for 10 years, and her health was deteriorating quickly. As I sat in that plane ride back home, in an instant, all my concerns about friend group drama and academic pursuits were replaced with the recognition of the fragility of human life. I wanted to know desperately if there was a heaven for my mom, if there was eternal life after death, and how such an amazing reality could be true. I found the answer in the gospel. It promises eternal life with a loving God waiting for us to return to Him.
As for me, I spent my freshman year asking questions of purpose and morality and confronting a lot of my own personal struggles. I sought out all the books, podcasts, and videos I could on these questions, and had countless late-night talks with my friends about various aspects of Christian life. And through personal experiences and the help of people in our church, I decided to become Christian this past January. and it's been the best decision of my life. Honestly, we know that the biggest things that keep us from seeking answers to these questions are the thought that either 1. We don't need to think about these questions until later when we're older, or 2. That there are no answers to these questions anyway. COVID is teaching us that the first reason is false, and that there's no better time to think about life than now, because our future is not guaranteed. And hopefully, my story is proof that the second is wrong as well, and that there are answers. Take it from someone who is in your shoes. We found that the answer to all of life's biggest questions can be found in Christianity.
My mom passed peacefully a week after I returned to be with her, but her acceptance of Jesus gives me immense comfort, as I know I will be with her again one day in heaven. Before she passed, I shared with her Psalm 23:4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. To me, this is a constant reminder that there is a God who created the universe. He knows each of us personally, both the good and the bad, and yet loves us unconditionally. For those of you who think Christianity is hard to believe, we were there too. But there's a lot of good reason, logic, and even evidence for the claims of Christianity, and college is a great time to investigate these claims for yourself. As I did, I found satisfactory answers to the questions I had. So whether you're a Christian, or this is your first time thinking about life's big questions and about God and don't know where to begin, we'd love to connect with you and invite you to join us in learning about Christianity and who God is. That's it for our talk. Thanks so much for listening.